Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. This time we are racing some British cars. We're racing some B-class British cars. And I have a Rover. I have a very silly Rover in this one, the SD1. This is all-wheel drive, 400 horsepower V8. This is the commonly swapped Chevy V8 that goes into it. Or commonly swapped engine, I should say. The Chevy V8 goes in everything, very much. It's a lot of power, but a lot of power in all-wheel drive. Good. The tyres are standard and tiny. Not so good. not so good at all. It's likely to launch like crazy. Admittedly, might not have the best traction of everything here, but it's got so much power for the acceleration, it's going to be wonderfully fast. But we're going to struggle with the corners because we'll have no grip. Oh, well, the wheels come off immediately. Now, that is a visual thing. It doesn't actually matter to the car as far as I am aware. Oh dear, it does actually look like I might have left some damage on from a filming session. That could be a problem for me. I've just noticed. Uh-oh. Alright, so we're going to have to be super careful. Have I done a really goofy thing here? And there is no way to turn it off if we have done. Yes, I have. Wonderful. This could be a difficult adventure for me. Now, of course, there's not going to be intentional crashes and the like. And the little bit of bumps on the wall are not too much of a problem. However, yeah, if there is a bigger crash, we will be broken. Now, we don't run sim damage on Horizon 4. We never have done. Okay, we're through there. But yeah, I did not want to do that. I did not want to do that at all. I can't believe I've got to turn that back off. Oh, don't go visit the Bentley. The Bentley's leading the way is quite impressive. I would imagine the Triumph must be on rally tyres. The grip that's got through the corners, that's going to be on rally tyres. Behind us is a MGB, I think. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if on rally tyres. It's just the grip that thing has got to be on rally tyres. But we've got the acceleration here. This is what we can do. We can put the power down coming out of these corners. Oh, some of the other vehicles can't because, well, here we go. I have the top end in this. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this race, but I think we can get a good result, although that bump there is not so helpful. I don't know what suspension I have on this, to be honest with you. It might be on its standard. I might run out of PI to do very much more with it. That is entirely possible. Yeah, I don't have the speed of the Triumph. The MG's run out of speed entirely down here. So we have got really, really good top end compared to everything we're racing against, which is, I say, to be expected. Sort of build this is, it has to have a really good top end, otherwise it's completely useless. At least the Triumph is on our team. Points are going to blue massively at the moment, which is a problem. Which is a big problem. Now, we know one of our cars, the 340R, has been downgraded into B-class. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, that's never likely to be good out here. Oh, are we losing? Yeah, okay, so that is going to be a problem for us. Oh, dear. So basically, I need a race where I can get up to the front and just stay away from it. I need to just be completely on my own. Now, 2% is not going to be much. That's not going to be the difference between me and the Triumph, for example. It's not going to be even close to the difference between me and the Triumph around this circuit. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to have to be very, very wary of for the future races. Now become a whole very different video/challenge for me. At least my car is good. At least I know the Rover is pretty decent to begin with. Oh, I'm going to run a little bit wide and brush the wall. It does look like our vehicles are... Our team is struggling a little bit more. We've definitely got two very quick cars given the right scenario. There is... I mean, we're kind of clawing a little bit of points back here. The Bentley has dropped back, which makes me wonder whether it might have missed a checkpoint somewhere around the place. Running wide. I just got no steering around that section. There's absolutely zero in the way of steering. It just understeers and understeers and understeers and visits the wall. We're actually closing up to the leader on this lap. Which is not bad going for us, because we know we've got this brute force towards the finish line. Could we really brute force our way past that car? We are actually going to get past it here. It's had a bad lap or something's gone wrong with it. We're going to brute force our way past here and then try and hold on for the rest of the lap. Points are not going our way currently. There's nothing more that we can do. I mean, the thing that we can do here is let's not miss a checkpoint. neither of us miss a checkpoint. Here comes that Triumph. It's not going to get the run. It's not going to get the run down here. I have power. I have power on my side. Now, it will have the handling here to maybe do something. We can block, we can defend the inside line. Now, if this was a race that mattered, if it mattered which way around we finished points-wise, I would, of course, not hold up a teammate, but we are a long way clear at the front, and it doesn't matter points-wise anyway, so we're going to battle for the honour in this one. Back end got very unhappy there. The good news is if it gets unhappy at that section, that's fine. I say it's fine, but of all the places, that's the best, because I can put my foot down and we will run away. We've had a hell of a final couple of laps. I don't know whether something just clicked with my driving or what it was. Maybe the vehicle behind had some trouble. I'm not sure. Whatever it was, victory goes the way of the Rover. What a mighty machine. What a very, very mighty machine that one is. The Rover takes victory. Oh, it wasn't a Triumph, sorry, it's a Spitfire. They look quite similar. We take victory. It would be the XES that gets third. I'm impressed with that. The Velar in fourth, ahead of the MGB. Then we have our MGA, then followed by a Corsa Sunbeam. The Bentley fell down. I guess it may have missed a checkpoint somewhere along the line, but there we go. I like the Rover. I'm impressed. I didn't think the Rover was going to pull that one off. I thought we were going to be decent, but turns out the Rover very, very good around here. So, up next we head to a venue that's likely to be a little bit better for the... I say a little bit better for the Rover, having won the previous race. Oh, we're from the back. Twice in a row. Might be a little bit better for our team. I'm really hoping it's a little bit better for our team here. We know that the 340R is likely to be happier here. The Mini might also be happier here with their respective tyres and everything. We're going to love the long straight. It's going to be a handful through the corners. We've got a lot of traffic to get through, and I've got to be careful of damage, basically. We are just going to go for it and see what happens. If I can get the lead by the time I get to turn 1, that would be wonderful here. There's nothing really here that has the speed like I do. Maybe the MGA, actually. That looks like about the only thing that's really got. The Bentley is likely to be... I mean, from stock, the Bentley has a good chunk of power, so that's likely to be quite good. Quite good in terms of acceleration, but there's a lot of weight going on in the Bentley. The Rover's not too bad, really. The Rover's 3,200 pounds. Oh, here comes our 340R. Okay, so that's got crazy, crazy grip. Now, we kind of don't want to fight with the Lotus. It's like the Lotus is going to absolutely slaughter us through these corners. And normally we don't allow the 340R to run in A-class races. We normally discourage them because they can be very, very good, very stupidly fast. However, when you're B-class and you have to like downgrade the car and so on, and didn't really know what it was going to be behaving like, the answer is still very quick. It's likely to get absolutely decimated down this straight, and it's absolutely no good off-road. We've got completely different order of cars currently going on. We've got a red team 1, 2, 3 at the moment. The MGA is leading the way, although that's going to visit the wall on the outside. I don't think that 340R is going to get any challenge around this circuit. I am not quick enough through the corners here to quite challenge at this track. We might be able to catch the MG. I've got to be careful with the Jag behind us at the moment. Impega's Landrover, I suspect Impega may have missed a checkpoint for that Landrover. I mean, the Landrover, this might be the Landrover's best circuit, but we would expect to see that a little further up the leaderboards. Points-wise, we've got to be a bit careful. So if we get a 1, 2, 3, we win. There's absolutely nothing that Blue Team can do about it. I'm really surprised by that XES. I did not think that was going to be particularly good, because you don't get much room for upgrades at all in that car. As I say that about... Oh, it missed a checkpoint. Oh no, it disconnected. Never mind. That does not really change anything for us, I don't think, in terms of the points particularly. Regardless, we have got to do what we can, really, here. At least I don't really have to worry about any pressure from the cars behind. I'm still going to desperately try and chase down. I want to chase down the MG just because I want a second place, basically. We'll get what we can around here. Oh, he does it across there. The Bentley is the car behind us now in fourth. I think it's followed by the Corsa. Okay, I mean, points-wise, we're looking half solid. around this track. The MG seems to be about matching me for pace. I expected this to be a little bit better track for the Rover. Well, I say that. I expected to be a little bit better track for the Rover after what we saw at the first race, and after what I have driven this car before. It is pretty good as far as B-class cars go. But yeah, I mean, nothing has an answer for that Lotus. That's ridiculous. It's just gone. It's just absolutely buggered off into the distance. As I said, if I get a couple of clean laps and the MG... I think I got a similar pace to the MG. We just didn't quite get as good a start. So now trying to reel it in, we may be making there may be a tenth or two a lap difference, if that really. So we're kind of stuck in this holding pattern of what can we do? Not run wide through there would be good. How am I doing damage-wise? That's an important thing to have a look at. Only tyre, nothing significant. I mean, this is good. This sort of how it's ended up is good for me in terms of keeping the Rover alive. That is helpful. We don't have to worry about that. Or the MG may have made a little mistake through here. Definitely catching it a smidge this lap around. So it definitely seems like as far as cars go, tarmac, we have got this sorted. Tarmac, we're set. Probably. Dirt, not going to be able to... For dirt, we're not going to be able to win as a team, but I do apparently have a very good car. Admittedly, the Gardens Scramble circuit is a little bit more tenable for vehicles not on rally tyres. The nature of the circuit means very powerful cars can still do quite well there, basically, which is what my car is. My car's just a pure acceleration car. And the Garden circuit does tend to work for those vehicles quite nicely. Where we're going to next will be a real test for the Rover. Oh, we've gained a lot on the MG. It's like final couple of laps, my car comes alive. We can gain a lot on the MG, but this will probably, unless we have a lot more straight line speed than it, which I don't think we do, this is probably not going to be enough for me to do anything about it. The Lotus has won by an absolute mile. That thing is brutally quick in this guise. It's going to be a 1-2-3 for a red team. It's a good thing it is, because it had to be, really, if we were going to be winning that. The good thing is our cars are damn fast around those tarmac circuits. Nothing really looked like challenging us, except for the XES that unfortunately disconnected, that could have maybe made the difference. Well, there we go. We will tie up the adventure. So we head back off-road for our next race, although this, of course, a fully off-road circuit. It's full off-road, snow-covered dirt. Basically, it's outside of ice, the least sort of grip that we're going to have to deal with. Again, the game knows the power of the SD1 and has decreed that we should start at the back. 3 out of 3 so far. This is back to the good old Forza Motorsport 6 days? Was it 6 that always put me at the back of the grid being the host? I can't even remember now. Whichever Forza Motorsport it was. We're at the back again. So let us launch, and well, we can see who's all-wheel drive and who's rear-wheel drive. So the Spitfire we know is rear-wheel drive, but we also know the Spitfire's got rally tyres. So that is going to actually have grip through these corners. Now, it won't have crazy traction on the exit of the corners, but like just physical mid-corner speed is what the Spitfire is going to have over us. And this sort of track is where my all-wheel drive standard tyres probably not going to work all too well. We'll battle with the Bentley. There's probably Bentley, look, I would imagine, is a similar sort of spec to me. We're just going to go around the outside. Big slides from the Rover, but we'll make something work there. The MGB, I'm pretty sure, is on rally tyres as well. I'll sneak up the inside of that. We're going to wander a little bit wide and lose the wing. That's fine. We'll maybe take a little bit of damage. This circuit probably not the worst circuit if we're going to have damage. The loss of top speed from aero damage is not going to be significant, really. No, actually, there's nothing. It's just little scrapes, so we can get away with that. That's fine. The Landrover. So the Landrover is on its standard tyres, but being a modern SUV, I don't actually think it has any sort of off-roady. They're not really off-roady sort of style tyres, so this is about a similar boat as quite a few of the vehicles here. Not quite as bad a boat as me, because I'm on 70s tyres. Very skinny 70s tyres at that. Regardless, I mean, Land Rover's actually pulled away a little bit from 4th place. We've got to try and catch up to Is it a Spitfire up ahead? I'm not actually sure what that little convertible is. Could be another Spitfire. We've brushed the wall again. The loss of the rear wing, by the way, as I said, it is only a visual thing. That will not affect the downforce of the car. The light is quite... I mean, we're not really... I mean, we're pretty sure we just gaffer taped it on there. That looks like what we've managed to do with that wing. There's a little bit of double-sided tape, perhaps. Maybe that did the trick. Oh, that's way too deep through that corner. The good news is that I'm not got anybody giving us any sort of pressure. Say the bad news. Bad news is the red team cars just don't work off-road. We have one, I guess, sort of specialised off-road car that's battling over third. Mine can kind of work on the right circuit, but it has to be the right circuit. Around here, I just don't have the grip. I mean, maybe if I was perfect, it could challenge fifth. I think if I can get everything right, we could maybe challenge that fifth place car, but one little slip up from me, and we end up in a lot of trouble. Oh, come on. I need a lot more straights, really. I need areas to make the most of the power. So it's going to be quite a close battle at the front. The MG and the Corsa are having a little battle. Again, I'm at the point of watching the fun go on, just not able to quite take part. The third place battle is actually getting quite interesting. Spitfire's looking for a way past that Landrover, and of course they're fighting. They're bringing fifth place into the fray. Sadly, not quite bringing sixth place into the fray, because I'm a little too far back, struggling with my Rover. But curiously, when we were parked up just before we got this started, the SD1 is as long as the Landrover. SD1 was a big car. It was a big car, and in touring car guys, very noisy. It's ridiculously noisy. Well, at least the one they have at Goodwood that runs most years, I think. That is an insanely loud car. Oh, cool, but insanely loud. Oh, there. It was a little tap on the wall. It's not working around here. I got nothing as far as pace goes. We're still mid-pack. I mean, with a different field, sixth place could still net us a decent chunk of points, but we've just got tarmac. Too many tarmac cars, really. We're going to have to hope, then, that the next tarmac races, things go well for us. We have to win the next tarmac race, because we can't win here. We can't win here, we can't fight here, there's nothing more that we can do. There's a couple of the red cars a lap down have actually moved out of the way. It's much appreciated, keeping them out of the way of the cars on the lead lap. If you've got the cars on stock tyres or something, then they literally have no grip around, or say stock tyres, two-wheel drive, they can be completely garbage around a track like this. So yeah, they keep out of the way. The all-wheel drive system kind of saves me a little bit in this. We score 100 points. It's not enough. It wasn't a great showing. I'd hope the SD1 might have fared a little bit better around there, but no. Nowhere near. So, up next, the Broadway Village Circuit will be our track. Am I going to be at the back of the pack? Oh, not quite. How very generous of you. You put me one row forward. Amazing. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do from here. Again, we're likely to get quite high up the field before we get to turn 1. And then after that, I don't know, the 340R is going to be bloody quick again, I suspect. We should probably launch past it. It's light, so we'll get off the line quite well, but it just won't have the power. I mean, it's me and the MG are the ones with just the ferocious acceleration. As we go through turn 1, we come out the other side in the midst of everything. Not really where I want to be in the midst of. Okay, that pops out of ghost mode in front of us. The Land Rover's to the inside, is having a little bit of a look. We will get past that thing. The 340R's on the inside of the Land Rover's making a good battle of this one, actually. The Land Rover's trying to stop a horde of red team cars from doing anything around here. Mini's going to have a look at the inside. It doesn't quite get far enough alongside to make that work. We're just going to use Rover power coming up. Well, technically Chevy power, let's be honest, in the SD1, but there we go. The Mini will move across. Everyone wants to try and mug the Land Rover at this point. Now, this track, Pega could frustrate the Lotus here. I could frustrate everybody if I get past. God, the speed! I'm not going to do that. That's asking for trouble. I'm not going to make it 4 wide into turn 1. The 340R is going to duck underneath. Oh, the Mini comes through on the inside. Does, I think, have a little bit of a lift to let us back past. I know the Mini was trying to go for the cutback exactly. He should just carry a little too much speed, got a bit too much understeer. I need a little bit of space to be able to work with the Rover. We've got the Bentley up behind us. It's actually quite close in terms of points, which is what we like. It's a good little battle we got going on here. The Lotus is back to the lead of the race. We will dive under brakes. I think we handled better than that MG by the looks of it. Just a smidge. You know, we're not talking crazy amounts here, but just a smidge. The Mini's climbed back up again after being stuck in that pack behind. If I could get ahead of the Lotus, I could probably annoy the crap out of it because I am much faster, but I have to drive the whole thing without any mistakes. And we're just running a little wide here and there. That's causing grief. And Pega is doing the best possible with the big Landrover there. Tried to hold up the 3 very fast red team cars. Oh, God, almost missed that one. Very, very nearly missed that one. Yeah, I'm pushing maybe a little too hard now. Just little errors. I've definitely got the car if I can. We're going to go for the final 2 laps of magic, which seems to be what happens with this SD1. It all falls, well, it didn't happen quite on the last circuit, but here we go. We've got 2 laps to go. Can we get a podium? Could we maybe even get second? I don't know. We're going to give it a damn good try, though. I say that. We'll see. Points-wise is looking good for us here, which is what it needed to be. Fingers crossed it can continue to look healthy by the end of this. With the cars we have running quickly here, I would be surprised if enough changed to alter this, unless there are missed checkpoints, you know. 340R misses a checkpoint, or I miss a checkpoint because I am playing it super risky there. Problem is, I have so much understeer in this car, which is to be expected. It's crappy tyres and tiny tyres. I'm trying to turn in early to kind of... I'm basically just trying to throw the car at the inside and hope the understeer carries it wide, but you've got to then believe that you've timed it perfect for that. It works, it's just scary and a bit risky, because if you slightly miscalculate how much grip you have, you've actually turned in too soon and then you miss the corner on the inside. So, yeah. Maybe wanted 3rd gear out of there. It's been a better lap around here. It's not we're not close enough to do anything. That's the problem. I mean, turn 1 would probably be our best bet for an overtake because of the speed we get down the straight, but of course we have to get the car slowed down for turn 1 with all of that understeer. Punch out the other side quite nicely. Oh, it takes a year to turn. Big old boat of a Rover. That one, that's better through there. That's a little bit less risky. We'll run up the hill. Not close enough. We're sat for another race staring at the back of the MG. This time, though, there's a Landrover ahead of us. The 340R is once again gone at the front. We've again had a decent fight. It didn't struggle with the Rover in the sort of midsection of the race. Like lap 1 it's good, 2 and 3 not so good, and then 4 and 5 we're absolutely flying again. It's not going to be enough. It's tantalisingly close again for the SD1, but it is not enough. We're going to have to settle for a 4th place in this one, which is still enough for Red Team. You know, at the end of the day, that's what Red Team needed. And Pega did really well with that Landrover, kept it up in 2nd place. 340R is almost untouchable, but he's pretty much untouchable, certainly with this group, with the way that we're built. It's terrible on the snow, but, you know. Well, we tie up the adventure. The last round will decide it. So, for the final race, the Prince's Street Garden Circuit is our track. Please don't be at the... hell. So far, this is the highest we've started over the course of 5 races. We've been last 3 times and the second to last row twice. That is impressively bad grid luck. Impega is down there with me. The MG is behind me this time around. The Lotus is on the 2nd row, and the Lotus is going to go wander and shoot off into the distance. So, I mean, that's what's going to happen. We can still score some good points. The podium should be doable here. We're going to outrun Impega to turn 1. That's good news. The other cars to worry about, the Corsa, maybe the Mini, depending on how much grip that is. It seemed to be quite quick, but struggled at times in the traffic. Oh, there we go. Oh, see how the sunbeam pinged out of ghost mode in a little bit of an awkward place. I don't really want to be in the middle of all of this. My sim damage has actually not really had any effect on the adventure in any noticeable way. We've only ever really got sort of 3-4% damage, so it's not really done anything to the car. This is a hugely brave manoeuvre down here. I want to try and get past the Corsa, but we're going to get stuck on the outside. Landrover's going to have a little bit of a look around, but it's not going to do anything. We get a good run. There's just nowhere to go. You put your car there. We're going to have a lift and have to have a brake. And this is now the group for the podium. The Lotus is gone at the front, as expected. The Corsa's going to get a little bit muscled out on the inside there. It's against some big cars. In fact, the Corsa made a big mistake on the inside there, ended up in trouble, and caused its teammates some trouble. Here comes a Rover power down towards turn 1. Huge amount of Rover power. We'll sit on the inside. Sorry, Mini, but we have got speed around this track. This track much more to the SD1's liking. And the Mini, I think, should probably get the Bentley by the end of the race. But there we go. I'm hoping the Mini is too far back. It can have you know, you can have a look up there if you want. Did you get the no? That's why you don't go for that overtake there. I was already committed to the corner. I can't change what I'm doing mid-corner in this car. It's not got the grip to get away with that. If you're going to shove your nose there, you've got to know that's going to be a gap that's just not going to last, and the car is not going to know you're there until it's way, way too late. You know, you don't want to end up putting your teammate in trouble. Of course you don't. But likewise, I can't know where the car is at all times when I've got to fight with my own Rover. Bentley's got some speed about it. It's got some top. It's not as quick as this, but it has still got some speed about it. The Spitfire's actually liking this track a little bit more than some of the previous tarmac circuits. Can we have a look? Can't really do anything around here at the moment. Can we have a look anywhere? Scrape the bumper of the Bentley. It's going to move across to defend, but it's not going to stop for the corner. The Spitfire is now right behind us, but we know how to keep handling cars behind at this circuit. This track is difficult to overtake for a handling car because we can make these things wide, and the Bentley is trying to be as wide as possible here. Can we get this move done on the turbo? No, not quite. We're still stuck side by side. This is basically battle of the barges currently. Still we go side by side through here. I don't want to be on the outside of that corner. I really don't want to be on the outside of the final corner. The Bentley's just going to throw it up the inside. Don't get run out into the wall. There was space left for us, which is fair enough. We're going to lose out to the Spitfire if we're not careful here. We're going to lose out to the Landrover if we're not careful as well. I mean, it's you know, the Bentley is doing absolutely what it should do. It's just making life very difficult for me. The Lotus is in another postcode. Might as well be in Horizon 5 at this point. Can we? We've got to have a dive somewhere. I can't keep being held up by the Bentley. This time we are to the inside. We will fight our way past, and I think it will. I mean, we run it wide, but not out of road. We will get this done because we will outrun it down the straight. There we go. We're clear. That's a good fight. Very, very well defended. In the end, we just had the momentum with the SD1. Now they've got the Landrover up behind us, but that's okay. We wanted third gear out of there. Bentley got a really good run through that section. We've got one more lap to try and defend now from those vehicles. Points-wise, it's still looking good for us. The Bentley's trying to have a go at the final corner. It's got some grip, actually. It has got a little bit more grip than I do. Here comes that Landrover as well. Our blue team going to slow each other down a little bit. Not intentionally, I have no doubt, but might they end up slowing each other down a little bit by accident? Hopefully. That would be good. Here comes that Landrover. Oh, we're good. We're good for the run up the hill. The Landrover's behind us. I'd actually rather have the Landrover than the Bentley in some ways, because I know how far I can pull away from the Landrover down the straights. We're around the hairpin. There is the nose of that green velour. Velour? I don't know how to pronounce it. Whichever one it is. We saw the nose, and now we've gone from it again. So that can fight with the turbo behind. Don't care about that too much. I mean, the big tyres on the Landrover are great. I think they're 275s or something like that. Massive tyres compared to my very skinny, very crappy tyres. We are going to run around these final couple of corners. It is going to be a 1-2 for Red Team. We don't look out the podium, though. It's a good race. Really, really good race with me and the Bentley. The Landrover could probably put up a good fight as well in a different situation. We do win enough points in this one. Whew. Second place for the Rover. That 340R is a monster. We knew it might be quick, just not that level of insanity speed. So yeah, downgraded to B class. Still very fast. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this team adventure. Red team, we take the win by virtue of having good tarmac cars. Terrible on the snow, but we did score enough points on the other rounds. The Rover was fun. Not the most dominant performance from it, but still a good car, still good fun. Yeah, that is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up and take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. We are moving away from the forum now. There'll be a link to that in the description of this. Find the Versus the Community section, and you'll be able to sign up in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.